Hello, my name is Shadley and welcome back for another episode of Ep31 as Mexico as we continue our forever war against USA here. I mean, admittedly, I have a feeling that USA might get another independence movement at some point here. Who knows? I mean, they've taken, 4 million casualties, we've taken about 650,000 or something around there. So it's not looking great for them. We've taken a decent bit of casualties, of course, but, you know, we can still sort of manage that and, you know, our money situation is still pretty decent. GDP is growing. We are only number 4 on the Great Powers list right now in terms of prestige. But we have also started expanding our military a decent bit. Which, to be fair, I'm not entirely sure how much it's going to show on the battlefield there. I mean, maybe a little bit. Yeah, this is from the Great Plains, so that is going to be increased to 20 battalions at least. And then we got the Pacific Coast one. I suppose that's something that I could also increase in size. Okay, another, I don't know, 10 total, at least. So that will no doubt have a bit of an increase on the defensiveness in here. So we did a landing last time over here in southern Florida, and we're trying to do another landing in Florida. Basically, the idea is to try to just use the landings to take parts of the front here, like that one, and slowly advance in further, at least along the coast here. If I could take like all of Florida and all of that, it's just so that I can have like one army defending this. I could maybe do another landing, or just, you know, put in a bit more troops on the main front line in here and maybe start advancing through there. I mean, the American attacking capabilities are quite poor at this stage. But one of the things, actually, so Florida is a lot of sulfur. They got some arms industry in Georgia and chemical plants and all that. I do wonder, munitions plant in North Carolina, and some food industries in there, more arms industries. I do wonder, District Columbia, well, they got the White House in there, I suppose, but steel mills, motor industries, arms industries, tooling workshop, more munitions plant. Okay, New Jersey, if we do a landing in there, that might just about cause a lot of issues there. Also, I suppose, actually, let's take a look at the American market. What is the situation in there? So ammunition shortage is quite apparent. If we make that even worse, that would be pretty good. So New Jersey would be the biggest one. Then New York is another one. Illinois is another one. And the rest of those aren't quite as large. They are buying a decent bit, so that's actually one of the things that I could probably do. Is to send in the smaller fleet right now to raid convoys around here. So I have a feeling that that is where they are getting a lot of their convoys from, or buying a lot of their ammunition, among other things, of course. So if we cause them more economic turmoil in there, that will probably be good. Speaking of turmoil, there seems to be quite a bit of turmoil in America. I mean, there's a little bit of turmoil on our side of the, well, especially in like north here. Not so much. Okay, there's a little bit of turmoil over here, and was there? Oh yeah, there is some turmoil over here. Not too much though. How bad is the situation? Well, there's plenty of infrastructure at least. Standard of living isn't too bad. We could maybe, well, we are getting some more iron mines in there actually already. We could maybe get a few more barracks in here as well. Oh, construction, well, I suppose, yeah, the turmoil does have a bit of an impact on the construction efficiency there. So I guess that could be, we're getting a bit more power plants. Scottish mass immigration to Washington. Alright then. So, you gotta be kidding me. These 4 battalions might actually win that battle. When is the landing? In 2 days, if they don't get intercepted. Doesn't really look like they will. Ah, and we have the poor wall, so that's going to cost us a little bit. But at the same time, the standard of living should start increasing for everywhere, basically. At least for the poorer people, so that would be quite nice. Where's the landing? Heavily invading Florida. There's no what's happening in here. Oh, right, there's probably an invasion fleet. There we go, that's the second landing in here. They are going to be moving troops in here, but it's going to take a while, so we might be able to connect... Oh, at least some of these fronts. Okay, connected these two. Which isn't... Oh, right, the big one went down there. Oh, they abandoned... Okay. Yeah, we've got 19 days to advance here, so we might be able to connect these two fronts as well. Now, if we hold the big one there... Oh, there we go, socialism unlocked. They've got 5 battalions there right now, but we should be able to win a battle like that at least. It's only 5. And over here, ooh, right, there's a bit of a combat going on still. Now we're advancing against the 5 battalion. Oh yeah, there's no manpower in those battalions essentially. So we may have at least taken a little bit more land in there. Although how much exactly, I'm not entirely sure. Still offering just a white peace, which I do not want. And we're still destroying a lot of the troops. I mean, how much is the catalyst now? It's 4.3 million, so yeah, it's a pretty costly war for the Americans especially. And the amount of battalions they have now is down to 686. So that is at least slowly going down. The defense values over here in the south are going down. And our attack over here should be going through. I'm not entirely sure how much of a land we can capture with that. But if we can at least gain a little bit more ground, that'd be nice. Georgian mass immigration. How much? Oh, we got 20 battalions in Dixie. We could maybe get one more army from Dixie then. Oh, wow. Bureaucracy needs... Oh, because we got the Polos. Right, let's, first of all, pull a bit more government administration then. That'll probably help. And I'm going to pull some of those to the top of the list. Not the entire grouping, but like a few more at least. Because we are... Well, okay, yeah, we're losing money because of that. If we didn't have the tax waste, then we'd be making... Well, would have been making money there for a brief moment at least. Before the construction... Or investment pool transfers switched. There we go. So we united the front on one end. And now there's no one in there. That one's won. Plus we could just hold our ground here. So they, oh yeah, they still got troops going in there. Can't actually do much about that one unless we get a new general from Dixie. Let's see. Go for that one. Mobilize and go over there. Oh, right, it's the Florida front over here that we need to go to. That does mean that we'll have a little bit less troops on the main front line now. Down to 50 battalions, but the enemy's only got 270, so I'm not too worried about it. Ooh, are we going to arrive there in time? Probably not. At least the big battle over here is going to be an easy victory. Ah, they separated us in here. What about this one? Is that... Defense is still 58. I might give it another try attacking in here. Who knows? Maybe we'll get through. I mean, it depends a lot if they get their entire army or not. If we could clear out this pocket, then we would maybe clear out a bit more of this pocket. The idea is just to sort of... Oh, hold on a bit. Did we lose... Oh, we're crying out loud. You get over there. We'll probably lose a little bit of land there. Found some more oil. How's this one doing? The defense is okay still, so I'm not necessarily going to be attacking from there. That one's going to be at least in victory, but what about over here? We're going to arrive there for the next battle. Oh, there we go, they stopped attacking. They realized that they won't win. How's this battle in here? Not looking great, admittedly. How's the enemy unrest now, or radicals now? They got a 46%, roughly speaking, radicals, so it's not too bad. We're yet to make any advance into Kansas or Oklahoma, so that's a bit of a problem. But it's just, well, our army is a bit too small. We're working on it, increasing it, to be fair. Just need to get the bureaucracy fixed a tiny bit here. First things first. What are we getting in the research? Dreadnoughts. After that, could we get something improving our... Ooh. The concrete fortifications could be quite handy. All the NCO training, stormtroopers could also be quite useful. Military aviation, chemical warfare. I think we want to go for the concrete stuff though. Increase our defense even higher. And less morale loss. And it doesn't require... like, we can start using that immediately. Or we'll get the bonuses immediately. So we don't need to switch the production methods or anything like that. Right, so there's another victory. They're not advancing in the north. Or from Georgia. Over here, wow, yeah, there's another massive battle. All sort of revolts happening everywhere. Right, so we won't win that one. It might actually link up the fronts there again, so that's going to cause some issues. How's the total casualties now on their side? About 4.5 million. Versus ours, 730,000. Oh, now they're attacking this pocket here. It's a bold move. Because we are just going to wreck them. Unfortunately, this battle is still going to take a while. And that is another good defense. So we're kind of in a stalemate here. I can't really get to the war goals here through all these troops yet. We are, of course, increasing the army size quite a bit overall. Actually, we've probably already mostly done that. No, we've got still a little bit for the Pacific coast at least, and I suppose I could build a few more... Did I already get... Oh yeah, we did get some more troops in here. Yeah, we've got 5 battalions already in reserve in Mexico. Get another 5 in there. Maybe get another 5 in here. Another 5 over there, and then... Sonora could get another... Oh, right, it's got... only got 1 right now, so if we get 4 over there, and then... Where was it again? This one had 9. There we go, so we can get another 20 battalions in. So the big army... Well, I'm not really going to increase the size of the big army, but we could get more troops. Like, right now, if we could just get some good landings, or if we just increase the armies in here, like get another army there, we could probably attack through, clear out all of this, and then maybe start grouping up some of the troops to clear out the rest of the southern pocket. Or the rest of Florida, quite frankly. The only battle that we're losing more men is the one over here that we're trying to attack, which didn't go as planned. Because if we do another landing in Florida, I don't know how well that could go, or would go, but it could open up the stuff a bit more, and it would link up some more of the front, so it could be useful, but at the same time it would also mess up the stuff quite a bit. So it might be just better to, well, once we get a bit more troops to activate. Oh, there's another battle in Texas. Like, there's been endless battles between, or right over here, I reckon. And it's just, you know, they're trying to get across the river, they're not getting across the river. They're trying to get again across the river, and they're not doing that. Or they're not succeeding it, let's just say. So have I started sinking any of the convoys? Let's have a look at the American... Oh yeah, the GDP is down to 40 million now, so that's probably taking a bit of a hit from our rating. And then if we have a look at the markets... Oh yeah, opium is in a pretty high demand as well. If we look at the trade routes... Oh, they were importing opium from me, but of course they can't do that right now. And they're importing a lot of ammunition, or trying to anyway, from Britain and opium. So if we can manage to sink their convoys over there, that's going to be brilliant. Not entirely sure if we will, but we'll definitely give it a try. Oh, we've got a lot of authority as well. Huh. You know what? I haven't done that in a while. I'm going to put in the service tax. That's going to be a massive amount of cash. I mean, well, we could probably even afford, well, maybe not. No, we can actually afford lowering the tax even further, so we'll get more loyalists, and the radical numbers will hopefully not go up. Okay, now we are actually losing a ton of cash, but okay, it's not too bad. We could definitely increase the construction speed, though, even further. How many do we have? Oh, we don't have a construction sector in California. Okay, well, let's get 2 in there. It is going to cost us a little bit, but I'm not too worried about it. And I'm not going to take your white pieces. I will win this, even if it takes a few years. It's already 1918, admittedly, so it's been a bit of a long war. Oh, but yeah, the offense values is... Well, poor visibility doesn't help, admittedly. But they're not making a lot of headway through either one of these fronts. Of course, we need to... Once this battle is over, it's been taking a while. Oh, now they... Oh, there we go. Well, in that case, let's just have you hold the front. And then this one... Well, once it's done... Oh, it is a trench rat, to be fair. So I'm thinking of maybe pulling the Dissa back. And then doing another landing in Florida. We could always just go for, like, North California or something. Hey, there we go, we sank a lot of their convoys. Right, so now they're moving a lot more troops about. So I'm just going to put you on standby, so we've still got the big army in there. And it's time for another landing. Native innovation? I guess Florida? One of the things that I kind of wish that they would show on that list of where to choose the general to do the landing, where it's just, what is the situation in there? Oh, right, we're down to 20 battalions in here. Are they going to make a breakthrough? Well, with the plunder they might, although... they'll probably just take a massive casualties, let's be honest. Do we have a... Yeah, we've got 2 generals there. And now we're getting a bit more troops in Mexico itself, although not a lot more. How long until the landing? Go ahead and speed up. I don't think there's going to be too pressing matters in here. Just a lot of combat. Chile is having a revolution. But yeah, we've got almost 135 million GDP already. How much behind are we from... Oh, hello. Austria-Hungary has a massive GDP. Did they... They must have conquered something. Or maybe they... Let's have a look. What do they have? Oh! Yeah, they took Bavaria. That's a bit of a blob there. Alright then. Looks like most of Africa has been colonized by now, by Scandinavia, France, and Britain, and a bit of Portugal in here as well. That's fair enough, I suppose. Looks like... Oh. Oh, no, it's Belungen. Never mind. Portugal does have a bit... Oh! Hold on a bit. Dutch East Indies is non-existent at this stage. Unless they have like a... No, that's Spanish. A revolution. Interesting. It looks like... Oh. Unrecognized power, right. Yeah, okay, okay. Let's send another 300 to American convoys as well. Looks like overall we've still got the upper hand definitely in this war. Whether we're gonna win this anytime soon, I don't know. I mean, we are gonna expand our military further and further. If we look at their troops, they've still got 662, but I think the fact that they're just losing a large chunk of their population during this war means that they won't necessarily be able to keep up this much troops, and of course we are expanding our army size further and further. Slowly, but still. It's going to be increasing. Going to be another massive victory there. And our population is definitely growing even during this war. Of course, we're mostly defending. Oh, right, we got a... No, that's still defending. Right, that's not the landing yet. Where's the landing? It's going to happen... Well, it should be happening soon. We got a naval combat in here, and after that, I'm kind of hoping that it happens over here. And we could sort of link up with the northern front here. With the army there. It wouldn't necessarily be enough to stop them. You know, just get a little bit more land in there, and then maybe... Or if we could just, you know, link up these two fronts again, and we'd have one army on either side, and just keep on doing the landings in there until they surrender. Haiti proposes a trade agreement? Sure. It does cost us... Oh, wow, actually, it costs us a lot of money. Ah, there we go. Oh. Okay, I'm going to have you go on the empty front there. Hopefully you get there in time. There we go. They might have the advantage in numbers, admittedly. Oh, they're down to... Oh. Okay, they're down to 80 or 95 battalions in here. I think now might be our time to attack. Clear out this pocket. Because our troops will be... Like, the numbers are almost the same. Our troops will be higher quality. And I'm hoping that we can keep some of these troops busy. I mean, this one is probably going to be a loss. This one, on the other hand... Oh, wait, no, they've got a decent defense in there, actually. That's mostly because our visibility is poor, so we actually have a lot less offense than they got defense there right now. So we might not win these combats, to be fair. At least giving it a try. That's another victory for defense, and that's probably going to be another victory in defense. Have we gotten the battalions in here? No, we've still got the 5 battalions, so we haven't really gotten that much extra troops to spare right now, unfortunately. But at least there's a lot of devastation in, well... the American states here, let's just say. Florida and Georgia for the time being. I don't think I can quite start attacking the Washington-New York front quite yet. I wouldn't really call that Washington-New York front, to be fair. Oh, there we go. Now it's turning into a victory on our side. So that might be cleared out, and then we could maybe have a bit more troops to clear out the rest of Florida. And then we can maybe do a landing in, like, the eastern seaboard. Or just, you know, get some troops to start attacking through the main front here to finally get Oklahoma and Kansas. So we can maybe get a truce with this war. Admittedly, if we could get to Illinois, I mean, we can't do a landing in there. To get to Illinois, we need to... Well, it's probably going to be easier to just push through the main front at that stage. Or we'll just sort of splinter the front in so many places that they can't have enough troops on anyway, and then we'll slowly start whittling them down. I mean... Oh, okay, we didn't quite win the entire pocket there. Over here we... Oh, right, that's not going well. So that might be retaking quite a bit of land. Okay, how about you just hold your ground there for the time being. Let them do the attacking while we clear out this pocket. Okay, this time we are going to win this a bit faster, I reckon. And we're currently getting the dreadnoughts in 4 weeks. That's going to give us even higher advantage on the fleet. Or in the seas. Ah, there's a push for women's suffrage. Oh, 4.8 million individuals more loyal. Let's have a look at who would be upset about that one. Oh man, there's a massive support for it. Intelligentsia would be opposed to that, and Catholic Church would be opposed to that. At the same time, trade unions support that, rural folk support that. Sure. 84%, man, that is a lot. Well, there was a pretty high political movement, to be fair, so that definitely helps. Losing quite a bit of money, although that's partially because we're building so many things that aren't covered by the administrations aren't covered by the investment pool. So once those are done, we'll be making a lot more money again. Plus, you know, we'll have a bureaucracy to spare, which means that we can get a lot more out of it. So we've got a 60 battalions defending the main front line here still. Oh, there we go, we've got dreadnoughts. So we can now start switching the fleets to those. I mean, honestly, I probably could... Oh, wait, no, dreadnoughts, they need the radios, don't they? They do. I don't think we have the radio production yet, do we? Where was it that we started building that? Oh, we do have it. Oh, but yeah, we got telephones, not radios. Right. So we need to research radios before we can realistically speaking get that. So let's have a look at the... Oh, artificial silk is actually not a bad idea. Let's get some synthetic industries, actually. Where would we want to build those? You know what? Baja California, you will get a synthetic industry. Or synthetic plant there, so we can maybe get some more silk production going, so we don't need to rely on the silk from the Russian market anymore. Right, I have a feeling that this pocket will be done soon. They've got... Oh, they don't have that many troops in here, actually. Have they started losing a bit more troops again? They're down to 640 battalions total. 260 over there. 153, so that's already over 400 battalions. And then they've got 120. Okay, so they might have a bit of reserves, or they might not. I don't know. Are they fighting another war yet? I don't think so. Nope. Well, regardless. We will take... Yeah, there we go. We took that one. Now they've got a bit more troops in here, admittedly. So what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to switch you to be on the defensive. Send that one back. Do another landing. Oh, there's a bit of combat again, but that's supposedly going to be another victory. So let's take the invasion fleet, do another invasion into Florida. Send that same general there again. There we go, so that... Oh, 240. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, I suppose we got the good visibility there, so that does help quite a bit. But yeah, no, even though they're trying to push through here, they won't be able to manage it, I reckon. We've got 260 battalions in here, they've got even more incoming. But the amount of casualties that... How many... Are they over 5 million? Oh yeah, they're almost to 6 million casualties by now. We've taken about 1 million total as well, but you know, it's already been... Well, we're on the year 5. But there is that, but they're not really advanced. Oh wow, yeah, the defense is actually quite small there now. Let's have a look at the modifiers real quick. In default and declared bankruptcy. I don't suppose they've started switching the troop qualities yet. No, I mean, I don't think the AI actually does that all that often during war. Which is understandable, but at the same time, opium shortage is massive for them. And also 18% for the recruitment, another 18% from the ammunition. Okay. I'm also getting a bit of deficit right now with all the buildings that we're making, but... Well, mostly the barracks is... Now, admittedly, we need a lot of the barracks, and those will be done fairly quickly, so... We can probably afford doing this. I mean, of course, we could just, you know, increase the taxes back to low and not have that much of a deficit. There we go. Another landing fleet is about or approaching Florida. And there was... Oh, yeah. Down to 16 offense. Holy crap. Okay, that one's got a decent defense there, at least. This one, not so much. So I'm thinking of maybe resuming the attacks in here at some point. Oh, there we go. We united to those two fronts. We've got the army in here. I'm going to send it back again. We'll rinse and repeat until all of Florida is ours. If we could overrun some of these fronts here, that'd be brilliant. I don't think we will, but, you know, we can at least... Oh, we sank another... Oh, only 15 convoys. Well, it's still better than nothing. Going to be yet another attack on the Texas front here. Which is going to be yet another slaughter. Yeah, we managed to take at least a little bit of land in here with the invasion, so that's good. I'm hoping that the next invasion will then take a bit more of the areas over here. I mean, once that lands, we might actually just go for the attack with this general as well. We'll probably actually do that already. Keep the army busy while the landing happens, so we might have a chance. pushing forward. I mean, their defense is average 52. We got offense of 100. They've got more troops in there, but not 2-to-1 necessarily. Ooh, I think, yeah, that's going to be a victory. Well, it depends on a few things, of course, but most likely a victory, let's just say. And then once the landing happens, it might... I don't know what it's actually going to do, to be fair. Exactly. Got 400... Oh, there we go. The investment pool is going down a tiny bit. Because we are using it fully now. Where are we building a lot right now? Building a bit of Oregon, Texas, a lot in California as well. Right, California, you're going to get another construction sector. Keep the increases going, while we also build up more troops and everything. Speaking of which though, how much do we have? Okay, we don't have any extra in there. We got 20 extra already in Mexico. Well, mass immigration to California. Alright then. So, I suppose, ooh, actually, can I promote this to level 5? I could. There we go, it's a field marshal. It can't be promoted any further, but that's 100 battalions that it can command. That should be pretty darn effective in clearing out Florida, and then maybe even... I don't know if we'd be able to push through here. I mean, maybe. Depends on how much troops they have there. Alternatively, we'll just go for the main front line in here and then start maybe making some headway there. I mean, how much is their average defense in there? 68, so not the best. And our... Oh, this... Okay, this isn't actually all that great of a leader then. Doesn't have any bonuses to attacking, other than the fact that it's got a massive army. So what we could maybe do is start using that as a... Well, it's got the morale loss reduction, so it's kind of good. It could just, you know, be the defender. Oh, and Venezuela stepped out of the war. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Oh, is this the landing? No. Can it be? I suppose, yeah, we did do the landing in there, and now we're attacking from there. Still no peace deal that I'm willing to accept. I suppose once we cleared out southern Florida, we could just have the 100 battalions over here protecting, or maybe even advancing through the front line. Over here through Georgia, and then start moving towards Illinois. At the same time, we could probably bring in another, but... Well, actually what we could probably do is do some landings over here in the eastern seaboard, try to link up with the troops over here, and split the enemy troops even further, and we would have 3 battalion, or 3 armies, to spare if we have the big one doing the fighting there, and we've got another... Ooh, got a pretty decent dug-in bonus there now. So they have they run out of the bankruptcy penalties then? Well, they're no longer in default. I have a feeling that it's still looking pretty bad for them overall. Ooh, that's not gonna work, unfortunately. So we might lose a bit of land there. Although, if we are lucky, we might win this one fairly shortly. And link up with the troops in here. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to happen, but I'm hoping that we'll link up the troops there. We can maybe just leave the big one over here doing the fighting. Maybe, like... Well, I suppose that could still be helping defending, but we can send in the landing army. Well, technically speaking, that is realistically speaking more like a defensive army. I mean, this one's... This could probably be attacking army, to be fair. Well, the kill rate is a bit lower, but... You know, we could send in the defensive army, or the one that's doing the landings. Send it to the north. Come on, just win us that battle and not lose this battle. Well, maybe we are going to lose that one. But we did link up the troops. So, this one, I'm going to send you to do defense because you've got the trench rat thing anyway. I'm going to defend this front line right now with a big army. And then this defensive strategist, I'm going to send... Well, first of all, let's make sure that it is... Okay, yeah, it is active there now. So I'm going to send this one down to the main front. Is this one any good attacking? Imperious does increase... Oh, actually reduce the morale loss. Non-combat expert. Maybe. What about the other one? Pillager and arrogant. I don't know. I don't know. I suppose what we could do is we could take the Pillager General away from here once the reinforcements arrive, which is going to take a little while. But then we can do a few more landings into Florida. So slowly but surely clear out all of this. Well, at least most of it. And then push them out. Oh, there we go. That's a bit of combat in there. They're still going to lose it, mind you. Allies of convenience. So we can get another 5% success chance. I mean, it's already on voting phase. Or Rulfolk would get a bit of... You know what? Actually, that's more loyalist. I want more loyalists right now. Plus, once the law passes, that's going to give us a lot more loyalists as well. It's got 90% chance of passing on the next roll, so that's fairly good chances. I'll take them. To have the reinforcements, they are going to be here shortly. Then we'll have 80 battalions on this front. I'm going to send this one to stand by. There's no active battle. Oh, they decided to step down. Okay. Right, so we've got a army somewhere. Oh yeah, it's going to the Great Plains again. So then we can take the fleet to a landing in... Well, I suppose we'll do a landing in Florida again. So which one was that again? Valeriano. Oh, I can't send Valeriano down here. Well, looks of it. Because it's not a coastal... Like, it's a landlocked strategic area there. Okay. So I guess we won't do that. Well, I guess I'll send Valeriano down there then, and we'll just take one of these fronts, or troops, to the landings again. I mean, we could probably just use the trench again. That's been fairly competent on doing the landings, although it's definitely not the best to do the landings with. They're down to 55. I don't suppose we are really seeing the convoys going in there. I suppose in the meanwhile, what we could do then is just do some raiding in here. Now, to be fair, a lot of the troops are probably from this region in here. Still white peace? No. Well, the thing is, I can't really advance through, so it is definitely a bit of a stalemate in here in this war. But I can't really advance through the main front there, because they've just got such a massive amount of troops there. Of course, what I could do is just increase the amount of troops that we have in general. Another 10 in Texas. Hold on, let's have a look at the strategic regions again. That's all Dixie. So New Mexico... There's not a lot of extra people in there. We could probably get another 5 in Colorado. So Texas is getting a 10. I don't suppose we've got... Well, you know what? Central America could probably get a little bit more. Okay, that wasn't having a bit of shortage there. This one could maybe get another 5. There we go. That would be another 10 in Central America as well. So we've got the third largest GDP in the world. We've got 140 million. How much is Jing's? That's 180, so we're not that far behind them. Austria-Hungary is quite a bit higher though, and USA is a bit below us. That's for sure. The standard living is now 9.5. So yeah, middle strata is impoverished. Minimum expected like this. Only the upper strata is really above the expected. I mean, lower strata is just about, but like, it's not looking good for their radical numbers. I mean, how much is the... It's 40% radicals. Okay, so it's not quite as bad. Oklahoma and Kansas are the ones that we need to get. Just don't have really good attacking general is the problem. Can we get a general? Not necessarily. So do we have anyone that is good at attacking anymore? We used to have, but not really anymore. So we'll take this one. I guess, well, we were doing some raiding in there, but I don't think it actually has an impact on that. So let's do the naval invasion of Florida once again. Batista is going to be doing that, but we are also, once again, out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until the next time, bye-bye.